Hey guys, it's your boy Shady Grunt here. This is my automatic vertical Elytra cannon. The purpose of this cannon is to travel long distances with the Elytra without having to use up rockets. Unhappybean, I believe is the name of the YouTuber, posted a build showcasing his, what he called, wind Elytra cannon. But his was horizontal. It was only one way. You could only fly in the direction that the build was built. In this case, I wanted it to shoot up so I could go in any direction that I wanted. I downloaded his map. I tried to redesign or at least re-engineer what he had built in order to make it work for my needs, but I was unable to do it, so I just had to start from scratch. But needless to say, I took some ideas from it, and I want to give him credit, so I will leave a link in the description of his video. The short story of how it works is that there is a breeding pen here. The chickens lay eggs. They get funneled into this chest and eventually into this dispenser that works on this redstone clock that shoots the eggs into the blast chamber. And here, in the blast chamber, there is a pressure plate that senses how many chickens are on the pressure plate. It currently has the iron pressure plate, or the heavy weighted pressure plate, and at max capacity, it's 141 plus mobs. Once the correct amount of chickens are in the blast chamber, it starts this clock over here that's set at 20 minutes. Once the 20 minutes is up, a little dinger will ding down here on this note block, and the light will come on, letting you know that it's ready to fire. The purpose for this is that to achieve full effect from this cannon, the chickens have to be full-grown adults. Otherwise, the effect isn't as much. And I believe 20 minutes is for most mobs in Minecraft, but that's just how this one works. The only thing that you have to do over here is make sure you stock the splash potion of wind chargings and the splash potion of harming, or the instant damage 2. The only thing you have to remember is that the instant damage 2 goes on the side with the 2 repeaters that are set at max delay. All this does is just ensure that whenever you hit the launch button, the chickens are first hit with the wind charging and then the instant harming 2. That way you get the effect where all of the chickens die at one time and a large wind burst happens, which shoots you high into the air. There are a lot of entities crammed in here in the little breeding pen, as well as the cannon itself. So in this world, and I would suggest in the world that you build it in, to turn off the MaxEntityCramming. This is just to prevent all of the chickens from dying once there is more than 24 in one space. Now, this may not work for you if you are on a multiplayer server, but it works just fine for me in my single-player world. There may be some ways to fix it. I've heard of people using vines or possibly ladders to get past the cramming, but I haven't been able to figure it out how to make it work with this build or in this build. Any suggestions in the comments would be great. It's just that the vines or the ladders can't take up the same block as the one with the pressure plate, and you have to be close enough to the wind burst in order to achieve the effect of getting blasted into the air. Just want to let you know that this is a very crude build. My goal was not to make it pretty. It's supposed to be hid underground or just a way, not for the eye to see, I guess. So it's very crude, but it does work. I'm sure there are people out there that can make this a lot smaller, a lot more efficient, and probably work a lot better, and I'm definitely open to suggestions for maybe a 2.0 build. But for now, this is what I have, and it works. So just to test it out real quick, the dinger hasn't gone off and the light's not on, but I know for a fact that there are all the full-grown adults in the blast chamber, so The idea is that this is the entrance to your cannon. You'll come in here. You'll open the door, crouch down under the half slab. The half slab's here just to prevent just some weird catastrophic event and you hitting yourself on this block here and not achieving the effect of getting up in the air. But you just come in here, and there's a button right here. You can see all the chickens in here. Let me turn this weather off. There we go, the weather's clear. But yeah, you just come in here through the door, crouch down, hop down into the blast chamber. Your launch button is here. And let's just open up coordinates real quick. We're at -56 here, and we're just gonna hit the button. 2 effects are gone, and we are soaring into the air. Now, it's not exactly the same every time. I'll wait till we get back down. Yeah, that was pretty high up, and you can hear the clock running again as the eggs are being pumped into the blast chamber once again. But, normally with testing, I've been launched anywhere from 1,200 blocks in the air to about 1,700 blocks. So that's pretty impressive at maximum distance at the correct, like, yaw. You should be able to travel about 10,000 blocks per 1,000 blocks in the air. That's just a very rough estimate. That's not me doing the actual math. But that's a pretty decent number. And that's just to prevent from using rockets. You just hop in, hit the button, and the thing's fully automatic. It stops when it's done, and it lets you know when it's ready to fire, and the only thing you have to do is stock it. So if you like this video, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. If this video does well, I could make a video of me breaking down the mechanics of how everything, all this redstone works. I could show it in my own personal world where I have it built, and it functioning in my survival world. Or, potentially, you could leave a comment and let me know how I could better it, and I could work together on improving it with you. Leave a comment on what you'd like to see me do next. I'll leave links in the description for the schematic for Litematica, and world download in the description. If you use this build in a video, if you would be so kind, please give me a shout out. It really helps a lot. I would like to start making YouTube videos. It's always been a bit of a dream of mine. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you get to use this for yourself, and I hope you get some use out of it. It's a lot of fun. Thanks guys, see you later.